Hey there, E here from eEats and Healthy Treats with day 39 of the last 40 days of summer with a new salad each day. Today's salad is Brussels sprouted endive salad, featuring Brussels sprouts, endive, garlic, Parmesan cheese, turkey bacon, and honeycomb with a creamy maple balsamic dressing. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to start with the Brussels sprouts. I'll cut off the ends. If there are any bad leaves, I'll go ahead and remove those. These are called Brussels sprouts because they were first cultivated in the 16th century in Brussels. Therefore, Brussels is capitalized and also ends with an S. I know for me, I used to call them Brussels sprouts, and it's still kind of hard not to, but they are actually Brussels sprouts. I grabbed a bowl, and while I'm trimming off the ends, I'll also cut these in half and place them into it. I have about 14 ounces of sprouts here, and we'll only be roasting about 10 ounces. The rest will be left fresh. All right, so I'll leave the rest of those. And I'll move over to the garlic. I'll cut off the end, then smack it with the side of my knife to easily remove the skin. Then I will slice it up. Add a bit of salt. Then mince it up. And that'll then get added to the bowl with the halved Brussels sprouts. In addition, I'll add some olive oil, about a tablespoon worth, and a dash of salt. Then mix it up to coat the sprouts. Those I will add to a half sheet baking pan. Then roast those at 400 degrees in a preheated oven for 25 to 30 minutes, flipping halfway through. While those roast, I'll go ahead and finish the remaining Brussels sprouts. I'll cut off the ends, remove any loose leaves, and add those to the bowl and slice up the remaining ones. I'll then break up any large pieces. And then I'll move on to the endive. I'll cut off the stem. I'll remove the leaves individually as needed. I'll cut more of the stem off as I work my way towards the center. Endives are probably the most expensive leaf vegetable, and for good reason, because they go through a growing phase twice. First, it's grown in a field. At harvest, they take the tops off and place them in cold storage where they go dormant. They are then pulled out of cold storage and on an as-needed basis before they go through their second phase, which goes into a similar environment as mushrooms, which is humid, cold, and dark. There are some reports out that claim endives can actually decrease the risk of ovarian cancer quite significantly. Of course, do your own research on that if interested. So I'll place endive leaves into the bowl and chop up any of the remaining ends. Then repeat that same process for the other endive. Oh look, I found a straggler. I'll quickly take care of that before moving on to the dressing. With those done, I'll take the parsley, cut off the stems, and chop it up. Then add those to a mixing bowl. To that, I'll add the thyme. And add in the heavy whipping cream, followed by the balsamic vinegar. And I'll measure out the olive oil. And go ahead and add that. And I'll also measure out the maple syrup. Dump that in, and we'll give it a good whisk to combine. I'll give it a taste. Excellent. Over to the range, I have a skillet heated over medium-high heat. To that, I've added some oil and then the bacon, and I'll cook that until crispy. Once done cooking, I'll transfer those to a paper towel to remove any grease. Then I'll chop it up. Then I'll place that in a ramekin and set it to the side. Now it's time to dish this up, starting with the endive and raw Brussels sprouts. I'll top that with the roasted sprouts. Add some bacon. And grate some fresh Parmesan cheese on top. I have some honeycomb. These can be kind of hard to come by, but if you have a local honey dealer, they may be able to hook you up. I found this at a roadside stand, and I'll just crumple that on top as best I can. Lastly, I'll pour on some maple balsamic dressing. Now for the taste test. The endive was crisp and fresh, along with the raw Brussels sprouts. The roasted ones, together with the bacon, gave a great savory flavor. The dressing gave a richness and depth, and the little added chew and sweetness from the honeycomb was delightful. I hope you'll give this great combination a try. Until later, be blessed and act with love. Enjoy!